It's rambling time, so let's ramble.
The weekly ramble.
All right, so this is the place where I take a timer, set it for 22 minutes, and ramble about art. So here we go. 22 is cued. Let's ramble. Purpose was on my mind a lot this week as I was consuming content about improving your YouTube, which of course is something I'm interested in. I don't want to come on here and I don't know. I guess that's what I was thinking about, was because one of the guys was saying, you have to know why you're doing it. And I think back to this Rick Rubin thing that I talked about before, where he's being asked why did you think to do what you did with said thing. The first one was with rap. So he explains hearing rap live and then hearing the rap records that were being produced and how they did not match up. He said, it's because the thing that I wanted didn't exist that I made it, which was cool. That resonated. But then I knew that he was involved with Smoky Mountain Wrestling, which I'm a wrestling fan. He is too, which is cool. But so he's asked about that. Why did you do that? And he said, because I was watching wrestling and I liked wrestling, but I wasn't seeing the wrestling that I wanted. So I became a producer of a wrestling organization. So it's seeing the absence and making it. And he explained I wouldn't have had to do any of that if the thing existed. And so when I think about the purpose of me coming on here, of me bringing guests on, I guess it's because I don't see the thing I want out there. I've listened to a few art podcasts, but I guess I have felt this way in the art world in general. I've always had to make my thing, shows. I like the shows that I produced. And I don't know, maybe then I thought about that. Like, is that a control thing? Maybe. But to me, it's not about like an ego thing either. It's about, I think all of us as individuals are on different frequencies. And some of us travel very closely to each other, especially in the creative sphere. And so to me, it's creating something that I haven't found out there that will maybe attract similar frequencies. And it has. I look at the dual rambles who I've had on, and I love it, because it's I don't know, it's like a bat signal. And I wish that more artists did it. And maybe they are, and maybe this helps me find them. At the same time, it is also about non-artists I've gone a whole career watching audiences feel estranged from art, and it's about wanting to change that. So yeah, that, when I think of purpose, that's what I think of. The why, the how. The how is just in actually doing it, and it's been fun. It continues to be fun because it's really in terms of making video to broadcast about art. Um, I had no clue what I was doing at first. I still I have more of a clue, but I do remember. I guess as far as live stuff, my first experiments were when Facebook Lives first came out, which was kind of vital because at that time I had just moved to North Texas and it was kind of a lifeline. I didn't know anybody here, and this medium, this live medium, became so important, and it opened the doors that I needed. And that's yeah, that's the thing. It's finding those grooves and how to carve oneself into them. So yeah, I've been grooving in the studio this week. I back last week I got back into my space, my proper space, because I've been working in makeshift spaces because I was reorganizing back in the main room, and it's felt so good, and it continues to flow. And I've got cool ideas coming, and just new nuances. And I started, yeah, I started, so like prints, as far as physical prints, I came from a photography world where that's all, that's all we did. So I think it was quite a long burnout I had on prints. And yeah, I don't know, but I was inspired when I talked with the Pop Fly Pop Shop, Daniel. He was on my dual Ramble, and I've never really thought about his model. And so his model pretty much is he does these comic book covers. Check him out for sure. If you might know, you probably know him, but um, so he produces one comic book cover a week, sports art related, and for a week it's open and then it closes. And so that however many sold is however many editions there are. And I thought about that and I was like, that I like. So what? All right, we're back. I don't know how much of that dropped, but we're just gonna go from the timer. So this might be a shorter ramble. So which is frustrating for me. Yeah. I don't know. Might need to replace this mic. I've been saying I replaced the one part, but now I might need to replace another. Yeah, it's real. It's real here. But I don't know. I was talking. I don't know how much cut off, but um, I was talking about starting edition prints, and I think it was a lesson to me. It's funny because I'm doing the dual rambles, and it's just inspiring for me, and I hope other people are vibing on that. But it's given me a lot of ideas, and it's good when some of them are business because I think any creative needs that. It's important. Art commerce. It's important that it be strong. So yeah, I'm excited. And then the other thing I was thinking about was, so I'll start doing the edition prints on Sunday. Like I said, on email, you get a preview to that. But I've consumed a lot on NFTs, and I think at some point I just didn't see how it related to me. I knew that there was some way, but I just didn't see it. So as I'm thinking about doing these edition prints, I have to go back and make sure I know how I do all my stuff, because I know I have some of the people that follow me that are into crypto. So I think as I do these edition prints, I'm gonna make one an NFT. So the original piece will be a one of one, of course, and then the NFT. And so what is an NFT? And I think most definitions hurt people's head. It has hurt mine. I have had many migraines just hearing people explain it. But the way I see it throughout my career, I've heard, it's funny because you think about it in terms of sales. And this was a great, my friends and I, we used to have a bingo card when we did festivals or something, pretty much tenting it of things people would say. And so we had a bingo card. And one of them was the person that would say, I love these. If I had the space, I would buy all of these, but I don't have the space. And they'd sit there for like 10 minutes saying this. It was, it was always a type. It wasn't everybody, but it was funny. And yeah, doing showing that way it's tough. And so we always found ways to entertain ourselves. So yeah, we had our little bingo cards. But the point of that being is, aside from that demographic that we were having fun with, it is sometimes like I don't have the space. I get it. And so as far as a collectible, NFT makes a lot of sense in that respect. Because yeah, there are people that have a large amount of my work, and they are legit out of space, or their wives are mad at them. But so an NFT kind of fills that gap. And yeah, so I'm going to refresh myself and start minting more, knowing what I'm doing. I minted like some before, but I really had no clue. I was just doing it. That's the only way I learn, I feel like, is I have to immerse myself in something. So I did immerse myself, not knowing what I was doing, and really feeling that as I tried to make sense of it all. But having had distance from it, I see the value in it, because I'll mint these, and I'll have to see what the cost is, but I want to keep it low. But the people that are in the crypto space, if they get them, It's like, and you hold that. To me, it's me promising that I will continue making art, that I will continue being me and producing content and building my brand as an artist, and that this token, just like a piece of art, when people buy my art, there is that or if you don't know, there is that promise from me that one day you'll be really glad that you got that. And it's the same with the NFTs. The, the really neat thing about that, though, is on a physical artwork, once I've sold that, that's what it's produced for me. NF, and an NFT, if it's sold again, I still get a royalty on that, and as many times as it's sold. And what I like about that, being a father, is that the hope that maybe one day my children benefit from the work I put in to the art in this life. And I don't know, that's neat to me, and that's an especially big draw. There's never been a system for artists to be compensated that way. There, there have been. It's very scarcely known. So, I guess stock photography, maybe stock art, but I mean, like an NFT is you minting it. You're the person. You're the guy or gal or or non-binary. I don't know. But yeah. So I don't know. My head was in the crypto space a little this week, a lot this week. I've been watching. I'm very fascinated by it, and I'm very fascinated by, I think, any change. I talked about that last night. Some that anytime there's change, it's an opportunity, and you can either complain about it, about the change, which I see plenty of that. Anything changes, and it's this argument. Whereas the years have taught me that if there's a change, there's an opportunity, that looking for it is probably way more productive than arguing with somebody on the internet. So, and that is a heavy 2 cents, because I've seen people close to me waste time arguing, and really, don't you have something to do? Don't you have something you want to do? It's not so much about, yeah, I guess it's looking for the optimism. It's an affliction of mine. I've been told that before, but I don't know. It's cool. I like new things. I like change. It keeps you sharp. It sometimes kicks you in the teeth, but but I think for the most part, yeah, it's a good thing. It can bring, I don't know. It's worked in my favor more than it hasn't, I think. So, and it's especially true with, I don't know, AI and all the technology that's coming. Yeah, I mean, I've been using AI to help me with my one man band here, and I have seen an improvement in my business. So I have been able to do more things. All right. I'm not going to post ramble too much. I'm going to sign out of the musing here. But I see a few of you awake, which is freaking awesome. And if you're listening to the recorded, catch me live in the middle of the night. All right. See you next time. I think.
Bebop.